Hello YouTube, and welcome back to Junkyard Restoration. Today's episode is going to be a little bit weird because we're going to pick up a vehicle that I bought sight unseen at a charity auction. Now, it's about an hour to 2 hours away, and obviously I won't be towing it with my Miata, so we're here at the local U-Haul to pick up a truck and a trailer to go get it, since I sold my truck and trailer last year. Now, the thing that we're going to get is on par for me, I would say. But we're going to run inside and get the truck and trailer, and I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Okay, so since I'm in California rush hour bumper to bumper traffic, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we're going to do with the vehicle we're going to pick up. So currently, when I need to go get junkyard parts and stuff, obviously I don't want to take my Miata, and I'm too afraid to take the Comanche because I'm afraid it'll get ripped off. So I need another vehicle. Currently the Camry's doing that job, but the last time I went there I had to get some wheels, and stuffing those in the back of a Toyota Camry was a little bit difficult. And in the future, I may need to get bumpers or doors or whatever. So that means that I need something a little bit bigger. So there's your first hint. It's bigger than a Camry. It's a little bit of a trip away. We're just moseying along right now, stuck in traffic. I'm going to give you some of my impressions about a 10-foot box U-Haul that's unladen. It's really loud. Not as loud as that motorcycle, but it's really loud. Really bouncy. The steering is suspiciously light, and other than that, it's okay. It's a U-Haul truck. What do you expect? But you know, for the low price of $19.95 a day round trip, shameless plug that I'm not getting paid for, you know, we're making it work. So we're gonna keep on keeping on, and I'll see you guys when we get there to pick up the vehicle.
Is this the place?
Yep, this is the place.
How long?
2-3 minutes max.
Could you be a bit more specific?
2.5 to 3 minutes.
You can call it 2:45.
Well, we're here at the place, and I've paid the lady, and we're waiting for them to pull the vehicle out of storage and bring it up for us. I'll show you guys when it comes out. Okay, here it comes. I can see it moving through the fence. Driving it with the battery tender on.
Boom! Big reveal!
It's got good tags on it. That means it doesn't have back fees. And it also means it went through smog not that long ago. Such a nice guy, pulling it right up to the trailer. this is it. It's a 1994 Jeep Grand Cherokee with the 4-liter inline-6 automatic transmission and the new process 231 transfer case. The interior is completely smoked. The outside of it's not too terribly bad. Now I wish we could dive more into it right now, but we will have to get it home first because the rental truck needs to get to where it needs to be. And as you might have saw in the loading video, there's a lot of big trucks trying to get by here and I want to get out of their way. So let's get back in the truck and start heading home. Okay, so we're about a mile from the house now. We're on the dirt road, and for those of you who have seen some of my previous videos, you already know that my driveway is super steep and tricky to navigate, especially when a trailer is attached to your vehicle. I don't think the U-Haul can tow the Jeep up that hill. I would be pretty surprised if it could, and considering it's a rental and it doesn't belong to me, I'm not going to try. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull up right before my driveway, we're going to unload the Jeep, and we're going to drive them both up separately. Washboards. Fun of living on a dirt road. So we're going to drive them both up separately, and then once we get up there, we'll take a quick look at the Jeep. We'll see you there. Okay, so we're back at the bottom of the hill, and we're gonna see if we can get this thing to start. Hopefully. Guys, right here. Nope, that's bad. I just need to run just long enough. And then the battery charger turned off. Okay, so now we're going back up the hill because the world's worst jump box couldn't get it to start for more than a second or two. And now it's just saying no battery because it needs to see a circuit first. And that's just a very silly design. So we're gonna go up and get the Comanche and jump it off. So, did I say Comanche? I meant Camry. It has the stronger battery in it, so it's ready to do the job. And I don't mind revving the bejesus out of it if I have to. Okay, now we're gonna let it sit here for a second. I'm gonna get the jump box out of it in case it does die going up the hill. Hopefully we'll have enough charge in the battery to say, hey, to the jump box, and we can continue on. Okay. Keep going, don't die. Okay. Now what happens if we disconnect the power? Alternator charging. Okay. Okay, so first ride in the Grand Cherokee. A few things I noticed right away. That door over there is less than secure, let's call it. So I hope that doesn't cause us problems on this last little bit of the journey. Let's see, AC. Let's turn that to off so the compressor doesn't attempt to do anything. It's in 4 low. Hopefully that'll keep the RPMs up, keep it from dying. All right, you big beastie. Second gear. And it's probably very bumpy for you guys, and I'm sorry. The hood's also not completely latched in case I had to jump it off again. Third gear. Comes a part of my driveway that the U-Haul barely made it up, even without the Jeep on it. Alright, Jeep, kick to second. Kick to second. There it is, second. Oh, maybe even first. No, man, it's still second. Push down the hill. Later when we come back after dropping off the U-Haul. Alright, get your big ugly ass in there. Don't hit the Datsun. Park. Oof. Oof. Okay, we made it. Now we have to go back and get the Camry. I'm tired of climbing that hill, guys. Oh, jeez Louise. We'll see you all down there. Okay, so this again might be a little shaky. Sorry, it's a dirt road. While we're walking down to the Camry, I thought I'd share a little bit about the Grand Cherokee, or at least what I know about it. So in the auction site, they said that the driver's side rear door doesn't open. They said the rear hatch doesn't open. They didn't say anything about that passenger door. It's a mess. I can tell that already without even getting into it. They said the AC does not work. It has a clean title, which it does. And it needs suspension work. And it also said that they needed undefined mechanical work. So, and they did say the battery was dead. So that's going to be an interesting set of things to go through. Another thing I thought I'd mention about those auction sites. Cars like that one, that's got a little bit of body damage on it, a little bit of superficial damage, assuming that door isn't obliterated. Those cars go for really cheap because people, well, let's say they're superficial as I'm going down the steep hill. Whoop. So a car that has dings, scratches, dents, or in this case a grill that's punched out and a headlight that's missing, people often don't like those cars and they won't bid on them. So that's a good way to get a deal. Another thing, the way that I won the Camry and that Jeep, I used the same kind of methodology. You pick your max bid, right? In the Jeep's case, I wanted to spend $1,000 on that Jeep. I wasn't really willing to spend anything more than that. So what I do is I put my max bid at $1,000 and some change. The reason is a lot of people bid on the even increments, right? $800, $900, $1,000, $1,200, that kind of thing. And people will bid just a little bit more just to try to knock somebody out, right? So the ending bid on that truck was $1,026. So somebody tried to knock that little bit off to see if my max bid was $1,000, which is a pretty common number in that auction. So because I had the bid of $1,058 as my max as opposed to $1,000, I won the truck. And the person that tried to knock me off probably didn't want to spend more than $1,000, just like me. And once they bid $1,026 and they still didn't have the winning bid, they probably assumed that the person who had the highest bid was willing to pay a lot more than they were willing to pay. So they backed off, even though they could have won it for another 30 bucks. So that's something to think about when you think about those auctions. And that particular auction site is pretty honest about their cars for the most part. They tell you a lot of what's wrong with them, and typically there's a lot wrong with them. It's kind of the place where cars that are donated for charity but are too rough to go to the nicer auctions, they go to that place. And so cars that don't run, transmission issues, engine issues, just beat up, or whatever the problem is, bad titles, they fix all the title paperwork for you, but that kind of stuff, they get all of that. So you can get them for pretty cheap. So now that we've got it back at the house with auction fees and with the U-Haul rental, I'm into that Jeep right around $1,200. So we'll see if that was worth it. I literally haven't done anything but put on the trailer and get it home and then get it up the driveway. So when we go through it together, you'll all be seeing all this stuff for the first time, other than the few pictures I saw of it when I was bidding on it. So stay tuned for that. We're going to be down at the Camry here momentarily. I don't know why I insist on getting rid of this car. Every time I need it, it seems to be there for me. Yeah, it has cold AC. It's a fantastic machine. Little background story. The reason I bought this car is it was the 50th car I ever bought. And my first car I ever bought was a Camry. Just like this one. Minus the stick shift. Okay. Now if you want to see something interesting, watch as this Camry will climb that hill better than that Jeep just did. And it's not even because I'm willing to beat on it either, because I'm not. I'm trying to sell it. now in the truck, and we'll come back and we'll go through that Grand Cherokee together and see what we find. Did I make a good purchase, or did I get totally screwed on that thing? Only time will tell. Stay tuned. Okay, so now that we're back at the shop and everything's taken care of, we can kind of dig into this thing. Let's see what we have. Well, it's a 1994 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo, as I said before, in beautiful poppy red with the ugly Ninja Star looking blade wheels on it. It's 4x4. Little thing around it, and they say Gonzalez. So, you know, that was the previous owner, I assume. And right away, they said the back hatch doesn't work. That's probably why. The handle is broken. Oh, wait. Oh, maybe it's locked. We'll come back to that. This wiper blade is bent in the weirdest way possible. I don't know how that even happens. And on this side, obviously we talked about the door being less than secure, but it has something to do with this, or this caused this. One way or the other. There's a correlation involved here. I've never tried to fix a fender that's had this problem after it's already kinked, so that might be an interesting thing to do. The antenna's bent. Tires, mediocre tread. Sun damage. Faded headlight. Busted grill. Broken headlight. So they said the AC doesn't work. I have a feeling it has something to do with whatever caused this. I'm gonna guess, it's hard to see, but I'm gonna guess this probably poked a hole in the condenser. Possibly the transcooler. Who knows what else? We really won't know till we take this apart and see what's going on with it. That's that concludes the good, pretty much. Now let's get into, well, I can't use that door. Let's get into why this truck was very cheap. This interior, let's say it's seen better days. It has grime, faded things, broken things, missing things, wood screws, always a plus, seats with cigarette burns in them, and stains. They're not supposed to be brown. They're supposed to be gray. Yeah, let that sink in for a moment. It has a whopping 214,873 miles. It has all the regular Grand Cherokee stuff, the little four-wheel drive computer. It doesn't have the overhead computer, but you know, whatever. It's missing its rear view mirror. That's because it's on the floor where all the stains are. And it smells like a weird combination of black ice air fresheners and decay in here. It's very disgusting. The glove box is clearly a see-through model. You just, you know, reach right in, get your things. You don't even have to open it or nothing. It's very nice. It's got a radio. Who knows if it works? Infinity Gold sound. Probably not. They say this door doesn't open. Oh yeah, the cable's broken on the inside, I can tell already. But we'll try it from the inside. Yep, nope. That's not gonna happen. It's a shame because I have spares of these, but they're chrome ones. But we'll see what we can do with that. Let's see if the fuel. Well, that was a lovely sound, wasn't it? Oh yeah, that's good. Mike, I need you. I need you, Mike. This is a crime in your world, and mine too. Okay, let's just pretend we didn't see that. Well, let's try to see the back seats from the other side. See, if you want to get in the back of the car, you go to this side. You want to get in the front of the car, you go to the other side. It's, you know. Well, that hasn't been open in a long time. As you can see, the headliner is custom. It looks like a cave. It has stalactites. It's, you know, it's the bee's knees, man. You pay extra for this kind of stuff. For realsies. It's good. More stained seats. More stained carpets. I'm afraid to lift these seats. I'm afraid to know what's under them. Stuck. Ugh. Okay, I guess I can just live in fear of what's under there because we ain't getting it up. It has a spare tire back there. Now getting that hatch open is gonna be pretty much no fun. I don't know what this guy carried in this car. Old batteries or something? Everything is corroded and disgusting. Mr. Gonzalez, what were you carrying in this vehicle? Okay. Now this door won't close. There it goes. Okay, I'm going to clip the key out from the ignition and see if we can get the back hatch open. Okay, so now I've clipped off the zip tie security system that holds the key in place. That is shaved down. I bet you my Cherokee keys will start this thing. Alright, moment of truth. I'm gonna get my hand under it again. No. Okay, that made a sound. Still no. Wow, okay. I'm gonna talk about this is gonna be fun to solve. Okay. Okay. Wow. I guess let's try to look at some stuff we can look at. Other than this disgusting interior, because it's horrible. But, you know, oh wait, what's in here? What is in here? Oh, chili peppers! Yeah, okay, yeah, this thing's pretty gross. This thing, I don't know if the best detailer in town could even save this interior. It's so bad. I'm gonna get to that door over there last because I can't do that thing one-handed, I don't think. I think that's a recipe for disaster. Alright, so let's look under the hood up close and personal with the broken hood release. Still works though. No handle. Still works. There it is. The 4-liter high output. Now this is an original ZJ motor, probably the original one to the truck. So you see the indicator there. Wow. Some first indications now. They said undisclosed mechanical work needed. It looks like it's probably had a fuel rail put on it. Some of those injectors look pretty new. So it's had some kind of fuel delivery issue before. The heater core hoses are garden hoses. That's good. At least they look like garden hoses. It looks like the ignition system's been gone through. The cap and rotor's probably been on there a little longer than the spark plug wires, but the spark plug wires do look pretty new. They're AutoZone specials. Wow. Okay. Well, let's do a quick fluid check and see what the vitals are saying. Coolant. Says full and either rust water or Dex Cool. Let's see. Yeah, it's probably Dex Cool, actually. It smells like coolant. It doesn't smell like rust water. Do you know what rust water smells like? Me neither. It doesn't smell like that. Okay. I gotta get this off my hands. Hold on 1 second. Okay, now, air box. Let's see if I can get this open with one hand. Or is it bad? Okay. Oh, not bad. Okay. Not bad. Mr. Gonzalez cared about one thing. It was having clean air in your engine. That's what he cared about. Okay, now that we've done that, we see that this has come undone and it's broken in a very interesting way. It doesn't even like go together. There it goes. Come on. PCV valve. Okay, repaired. You see the weather stripping for the cowl is was repaired. Dang. Alright, let's check that dinosaur blood in the motor. Whoop. Whoop. Dark and low. Cool. But some oil is better than no oil, I guess. Okay, well, it's not gonna start, I can guarantee that, so we're not gonna be able to check the transmission fluid. I've already tried to start this thing several times. It's not gone well any of those times. Basically, the Camry's been doing overtime work today. Wow, that had pressure. Okay. Power steering. Low. But the air filter is clean. And the washer fluid is almost full. That's a weird list of priorities. Okay, well, we're gonna stop there for right now, and I'm gonna switch cameras so I can two-handed open that door over there. Okay, so I noticed that it was ajar when we unloaded it from the trailer. Then I tried to close it, and this happened. Can't get it open. And once you get it open, well, it drops like a, you know, like a G-body, General Motors. The door panel's obviously been taking the brunt. I don't want to open this any more than this because I don't want to bend the fender worse than it already is. But the door panel's been taking the brunt of this debauchery. Obviously the door and the striker have hit multiple times and are completely messed up at this point, cracked, damaged. The actual striker itself, little robust thing, is in fine shape. Now, I want to see if I can see anything in here without breaking things. Well, the bolts are in it. That's a good sign. Okay, well, it looks like Mr. Gonzalez only has this thing held on by that one screw over there. So let's I'm gonna take that out really quick. Okay, so the door panel is off over there, and I managed to get the door all the way open. I told you it had infinity gold. Look at that. Oh, that's primo. That's gonna sound good with the Warren G and other great things. But here's the problem right here. The door hinge has broken its weld off of the door. How do these things happen? I don't know. But that's what's going on with it. How I'm going to fix that? I don't know. I guess I could get another door. I could try to weld this one on. I mean, I could take it all the way off. Try welding it. Oh, I don't know a welder. I don't know anybody who does. But obviously, this thing's paint's in okay-ish shape. So I don't really want to get another door, because the chances of it matching are like none. And it's gonna cost a lot of money. Interesting. Okay, now let's attempt to close it. Easy, easy, easy there. Easy. I'm imagining there's some kind of balance of up, down, and left, right, makes it work good. There went. Oh, double clicked. That is closed, ladies and gentlemen. You're not getting that open. Please don't open it if you see it laying around somewhere. Okay, well, at least I can drive it like this. I hope. Okay. Well, now I guess we'll take a look underneath of it. I didn't see underneath of it. I don't know if you guys got a peek underneath of it while we were pulling it on the trailer. I hope that you did. I hope that you saw something good. And away we go. Let's take a look. I could put it on the lift, but the Cherokee's already up there, and I don't want to have to try to start this thing 15 times. Wow. Well, it's from California. There's no rust. Other than the exhaust, of course. Looks like it has a factory cat. The transfer case, transmission, a little greasy. That's 214K, so I mean, I expect it. The end's leaking a little bit around. Let's see what the pumpkin it looks like. Yeah, well, that's pretty much what you expect. 214,000 mile 4x4. Wow. So I put a DVOM on this battery and it's reading 0.1 of a volt. So I'm safe to say that's shot. It's a super start. It was built in the end of 19. So the chances of me getting a warranty out of that pretty slim, but I might try. I have this old Optima laying around. It came out of my Cherokee. That battery is shot, but it's got 11 volts and that's more than 0.1. So I'm gonna hook it up, hit it with the jump juice, and see if I can't at least start this thing a few more times to kind of mosey it around and see if we can take it for a drive. Okay, so now that I have a battery that I mostly trust, let's take this thing for a little spin. I did check the trans fluid. It's a little low, but not disastrously low. Overdrive. Try to get the graffiti out of the shot. The neighbor's dogs who are gonna bark. They don't like me. To the flat spot. Lovely. Gauge check. Everything's looking pretty good. Wow, that's my view. That's disgusting. Okay. Now, let's see if we can get it to 4-wheel drive and test that out. Oop, that should be neutral. Got 2-wheel drive. 4-wheel drive. Power on. a Jeep. Like a Jeep should. How about that? Okay, so final thoughts. The reason why I bought this truck, other than the fact that I needed something a little bit bigger than the Camry to carry parts in, was these trucks are starting to get a little rare on the road because they are 30 years old and they have a few Achilles heels to owners who are not Jeep people. One, the transmissions in these Jeeps are basically made of glass. They break and they snap and they do all kinds of bad things, and after that, well, it costs more than the Jeep's worth to fix it. The other thing that goes wrong with them is if they overheat, which is common Jeep things. If you don't keep the cooling system up to optimum, operating condition, they almost always blow a head gasket, which also costs about what the truck is worth to get repaired at a shop. Now, we don't really know what kind of condition this thing's transmission is in, or if it's any good, but a little bit of jaunt around is not going to tell us a lot. The other reason why I bought this truck is, well, it's exceptionally cheap, and I don't think these things will stay that way all that much longer. I don't expect them to ever be worth big bucks, ever. But I don't exactly ever see myself paying 7 to 8 grand for one of these, so in order to complete my 90s Jeep collection, I will need one, so I might as well get a cheap one now while they're cheap and do my little tender love and care to it and see what I can make of it. In worst case scenario, it ends up just parked out here on the property somewhere and I get to it later on down the road. But what do you guys think about this Jeep or these Grand Cherokees in general? Is this a winner? Is this a loser? Is this a what the hell was I thinking? What do you guys think about this truck? I'd love to know. Comment down below. Thank you for watching.